question that pops into our heads is, how do big companies and even people around us view us as teenagers? How are we portrayed in today's day and age? For most people, we are seen as lousy, ignorant, and spoiled brats, but we teenagers know us better than anyone else. We teenagers are portrayed as vapey, no good people, and marketed towards e-cigarettes, alcohol, and other stuff. This is good for the company selling because teenagers tend to tell their friends about it. Then comes the bandwagon. You might not believe it, but a lot of people will buy something because everyone has that something. In this instance, it would be e-cigarettes. A lot more teens are now vaping than ever before because a lot more teenagers are vaping and want to be a part of that group. This increases sales for the company. These companies trick teenagers by advertising that e-cigarettes are safer than regular cigarettes. This is not the case, and because of this can lead to more teenagers addicted. We as a consumer have the power to decide what we want to buy. This at times is great and at times bad. With social media everywhere, big companies can reach us faster and easier. When it comes to social media, we are also seen as addicted zombies. The intent of these companies is to get us addicted to our phones. This is unfortunately working, but there are still teenagers who know when to stop and how to stop. Social media creates bullying and problems with each other. This also damages our reputation as to how we are viewed and why we lack ambition and responsibility. But social media also has a great impact on teenagers. We can communicate with friends and family. We can create new friends and new bonds with people we otherwise wouldn't be able to. Recently, there was a climate march in order to make a better future for ourselves and future generations. Global warming is on the rise, and if we don't do anything about it, soon our kids and their kids will suffer the consequences. With this march, we showed adults around the world that we can do something because we have the ambition to better our earth, and what better way than to come together and protest about it. We have the ambition to stand up for what is right and to help our future generations.
A hobby that I'm currently in is karate/sparring. I've really enjoyed this sport since I started it almost a decade ago. It impacts me by showing myself how to preserve and push through. My system is very technical sometimes and difficult, but I meet a lot of people along the way that helped me not only in my career but my personal life as well. Teaching kids how to perform and grow is a real joy to me. It's nice seeing how people develop and grow and knowing that you help them along the way. It impacts me by showing that the journey is what matters and not what you get out of it.
One of few hobbies that I really enjoy is learning about sea life. This hobby began a year or two ago. I find it fascinating what lies under our noses, all the beautiful creatures that are in the seas and oceans. It truly is breathtaking for me. About 7 months ago, I was able to go to the San Francisco Bay. I saw all the creatures and it was breathtaking. Another thing that influenced me is learning about history, all the tragedies that have come with history itself. I know that we as people have improved from people back then. We are smarter, less violent, and caring. This in itself shows the people around us that teenagers are learning, growing, and improving. We are the future of the country and of the world. Amazingly enough, one day we'll be in the past. This is why I am influenced in learning history. We sure do learn from it and how to improve.
Through the Tunnel is the short story we chose for our iMovie. This story is about a boy who finds a challenge awaiting him, going through a tunnel underwater. This project is an example of that. He practices and becomes confident enough that he decides to go through it. In the story, the character is preparing to make the passage from childhood into young adulthood. As the story begins, he is still a boy, but during and after the story, he matures and grows up to be matured. He completes the task that he wanted to accomplish through dedication and practice. We as teenagers work hard to get things done and become more responsible. One example is this project. We know what must be done and when to get it done. We mature as time goes by. Obviously, we all aren't professional swimmers who practice their breathing, but we know the struggle the characters faced because at times we are faced with similar challenges. The author reveals the character at the beginning as an impatient brat, but at the end of the story, the author creates a mature, grown-up character with his actions, thoughts, and speech. This shows we can get the results we're looking for through dedication and practice, through climate marches, martial arts, or studying.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andreas Logvanenka. I am 21 years old, and question were there a lot of influences while growing up? Just people around me, took influence from them, learned from their mistakes, learned from my own mistakes. What did you aspire to be growing up? I always wanted to become a airline pilot, and that is actually what I am doing right now in college, going through the flight courses, and I should be an airline pilot in a year or two. So
In the 21st century, teenagers are more powerful than ever, with more marketing provided to us and a stronger voice heard around the world, such as the boy in the short story Through the Tunnel, and his ambition and dedication is shown in teenagers everywhere. Nowadays, with working hard to become an airline pilot, a better fighter, or more of an activist in your life, teenagers have the ambition to better themselves and others. We have a strong desire to change ourselves and others, and we know what must be done in order to fulfill this dream. With this project, for an example, we know that this project is due when we have to complete it. We learn that teenagers are portrayed as lazy, arrogant brats, but we know better than anyone else. We have the ambition to become better people, and when we get past the tunnel, we get that amazed that we did something in order to fulfill our dreams. We are the future that is changing and needs to continue to change.